All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to Allah Akimo that is doing the work in sincerity, with charity, with all humiliation all across the four winds. To you I salute. All right. And today, we're going to go into a brief lesson, which all of us should know by heart. You know what I mean? And it's so sad that we have to continuously be going over these same lessons over and over. Jake ain't got no sense. All right. Now we're gonna touch a little bit on we're gonna give you a thorough breakdown of the virgin birth. All right. Which that's a big stumbling block to our people. Because you have this Jake, he basically had a dialogue with the wife saying, man, that, what we teaching is foolishness, it's craziness, there's no such thing as a virgin birth, so we're just going to get into it, but before we get into it, right, let me just say this. In order for you to understand the virgin birth, you have to understand the book of Ruth. Because the book of Ruth play a vital part of understanding the virgin birth. Also, the book of Genesis chapter 38. Okay? Because the Lord was prophesied to come through the line of King Solomon, not the line of Nathan. All right? So if he come through the line of King David's son Nathan, there's no way he could have been the Messiah.
God.
All right? The fellow also say, man, we have the Apocrypha, and we still don't understand that there's no such thing as a virgin birth. Jake lost, man. All right? But we're going to get into it. Okay, give me Isaiah chapter 11, start at 1. Okay?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse.
Right. There shall come a rod out of the stem of Jesse. Jesse is who? King David's father. All right. Which his line goes back to Judah. Okay? Showing you that there's no virgin birth. Read, brother.
And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse.
Right.
And a branch.
Salakia, right. There should come a rod out of the stem of Jesse. Now, what's that talking about? All right. That's talking about his loins. That's talking about semen. You understand? That's how we get here. All right. That's why when you read the scriptures, you read Jacob begat Isaac. You understand? All right. Salakia. Abraham begat Isaac. Isaac begat Jacob. Jacob begat Reuben. You understand? So on and so forth.
God.
Continuing the cycle of life. Man, the Lord even said that himself in Genesis 18. I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. Okay? Which that goes over their head as well. All right. Read it again, brother.
And there shall come a rod, and there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots.
Right. The branch shall grow out of his roots, speaking about Yahushai. Okay? There's no such thing as a virgin birth. All right? We know that. Let's get Genesis 38. All right, in the last verse. All right, because when you go into this story, all right, about our forefather, Judah and Tamar, all right, when you read that story, okay, Judah's son, he died off, okay, and he had another son, all right, which Tamar was supposed to be his wife, okay. Then she went and played I would say the harlot. She was dressed in the harlot apparel. Yeah. And she laid with Judah, but she was more righteous than him in that act. Because he forgot the promise that he made down. Can. All right. But through that union, all right, let's get that. Read one or two verses up, brother. Yeah,
this is our Genesis 38 and 28. And it came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass as he drew back his hand, that behold, his brother came out, and she said, how hast thou broken forth this breach be upon thee? Therefore his name was called Perez.
Perez, all right. All right, brother, do me a favor, let's look up that name. Okay? See, because Jake's so damn stupid. All right? All they say, man, oh, he speak the word into existence. But we can cover that as well. We know that there's nothing impossible with the Most High. Okay? Sarah was barren and he damn opened up Sarah's womb for her to conceive. That's what that scripture is talking about. All right?
The name Perez or Perez goes back to the word breach. The twin son of Zara of Judah by Tamar, an ancestor of two families of Judah.
Speak up, brother.
Yeah, Perez goes back to the word breach. The twin son of Zara of Judah by Tamar, an ancestor of two families of Judah. From Hezronites came the royal line of David and Hamashiach.
Man, read that part again.
From the Hezronites came the royal line of David.
Right, came the royal line of David
and Hamashiach.
And Yahushua. So how could this damn be a virgin birth and this telling you where the Lord come from? You know? All right. Someone get Luke chapter 2. All right. I think the point is in verse 4. Done. Okay.
This is Luke chapter 2 and verse 4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David.
Right, because he was what?
Of the house and lineage of David.
Right. But now read this definition here again, brother.
Perez.
That's the part with David, the royal line.
It says here, from the Hezronites came the royal line of David and Hamashiach.
Right. So how do you damn get virgin birth out of that? See what I said?
A group of families, all those who in a given people lay claim to a common origin.
Right. Okay. So that's how we track his bloodline. As a matter of fact, what we gonna do, right? We ain't gonna go into the whole story, the whole breakdown of the book of Ruth. Huh? All right. We just gonna go into the lineage. Okay. Because Ruth, all right, she was the wife of who I think is a husband that died. All right, and the next of kin was Boaz. Okay, so we're gonna track this man genealogy, his lineage, to show you that there's no virgin birth. Okay, so give me what you got there, brother. Salakia, Ruth chapter 4. Read I think it's the last two verses. Start from the lineage.
Okay, it says Ruth 4 and 18. Now these are the generations of Perez.
Now hold on. These are the generation of Perez. Now we know Perez is the son of Judah.
Got
Judah and Tamar.
Right.
all right, which came the royal line of King David, all right, and Yahushai. The lineage.
Just for edification's sake, back to that word lineage, one of the definitions is the paternal descent. And when you look up that word paternal is of or appropriate to a father, related to the father. So that proves, that the line comes through the seed, through the man. It doesn't matter who the mother is, once the father. That's what matters.
That's it. Right. Because we know that Ruth here was a Moabite. Okay? But is the seed of that man. All right? And that's what the brother just broke down. That's what we're breaking down now. All right, so let's get back into the book of Ruth 4 and 18.
This is the book of Ruth, chapter 4 and 18. Now, these are the generations of Perez. Perez begot Hezron, and
right. Perez begot Hezron, right?
Right.
Now, going right back to the definition the brother just read in Genesis 38.
Right.
Of the Hezronites, right?
Done.
Read.
It says, and Hezron begot Ram, and Ram begot Aminadab, and Aminadab begot Nahshon, and Nahshon begot Salmon, and Salmon begot Boaz.
Right, and Salmon begot Boaz. Right? Boaz is Ruth's husband. Right? Read.
And Boaz begot Obed.
Read.
And Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David.
Right, and Jesse begot David. There's more on that?
That's it, bro.
All right. Now you see that? Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna jump to the New Testament. The sense that's where the virgin birth is, right? In the New Testament, we can go and we're gonna prove that there's no damn such thing as a virgin birth. You know what I want? Matthew 1 and 1. Take it from the top. Okay? Jacob just simple bad.
God, this is the book of.
Go ahead. Book of Matthew, chapter 1 and 1. The book of the generation of Yahushua and Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
Right. All right. With that, also reincarnation, if you could receive it. Right. But we tracking this man genealogy. Right. This lineage. All right. Read on, brother.
Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob. And Jacob begot Judas and his brethren. And Judas begot Perez.
You see that? When it say Judas is speaking about Judah. All right. So how the hell you damn get virgin birth out of this? God. Right? Read.
And Judah begot Perez and Zerah of Tamar.
Right, see that? The twins, right? Yeah. Read.
And Perez begot Esrom, and Esrom begot Aram.
The same set of people that was named in the book of Ruth. God. You see that? Read.
And Aram begot Aminadab, and Aminadab begot Nahshon, and Nahshon begot Salmon, and Salmon begot Boaz.
You see that? You see that? Same people. God. Read.
Boaz of Rahab, that's Ruth. And Boaz begot Obed of Ruth, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begot David the king, and David the king begot Solomon of her that had been the wife of Uriah.
Right. So you could drop it on that, right? So we see that, right? We track this man's genealogy. John. All right, but we still have more on this virgin birth. All right, just going through the lineage. All right. Now, if the Lord wanted Yahushua to come on the scene through that speaking the word, he could have done that. Right. He could have just popped on the scene just like how he did in Genesis 18. All right. Same way he did in the time of Lot. Okay. But I can show you that right now. The Most High have an order of things. He have an order of the way he do things. Okay. Let's get to Hebrews. Know what I want? 7. Hebrews 7. 14. No. The top 43 voices.
Hebrews 7 and 1. For this, Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High Power, who met Abraham.
Right.
who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all.
Right. All right. This Melchizedek, which is Melchizedek. All right. Which is also Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. It says he met Abraham, right? I mean Lot, right? Okay, so what that meant, he just poof, pop up on the scene. All right? You see that? Read on, brother.
First being by interpretation king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace.
Right? Read.
Without father.
See that? Watch this.
Without mother.
So that's virgin birth right there. As a matter of fact, that ain't virgin birth.
No.
You understand? That even ain't no virgin birth. He just pop up on the scene, pop up out of nowhere. Read that again from the top, brother.
Without father, without mother, without descent.
Right, without father, without mother, and without descent. Who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ? He had an earthly mother, and he had an earthly father.
And he was a king. And the scripture says, what king wasn't born of a woman?
That's it.
That's it.
Compacted in blood.
Right. All right. Which we can cover all of that. Okay. Showing you, man, Jake don't damn understand the scriptures and say, but I can't see him in the scriptures. You understand? But Jake crazy. You know? The scripture clearly tells you that without father, without mother, without descent. All right. So let's get that. Let's get saying that we already gone through all of that and the track Yahushai genealogy to show you, okay, that there was no virgin birth. What we gonna do? We're gonna get some precept to make it even more simple. Okay, so Akim, if y'all get any precept, you could bring them out. All right, you could drop that. Let's get out 2 Samuel 7, start at 12.
The book of 2 Samuel chapter 7, you say 12? 7 and 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers.
Right, so that's the prophet Nathan speaking to King David. Right?
I will set up thy seed after thee.
Right, so he said he's going to set up his seed after him. So after he dead, all right, he's going to set up his seed, all right? His seed, his sperm, all right? Read.
Which shall proceed out of thy bowels.
You see that?
And I will establish his kingdom.
That's it. All right, speaking about who? King Solomon. Right? But there's more on that, brother.
He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Right. All right, now this is speaking about Yahushua. This is spiritual. All right, because we know that King Solomon reigned in peace for 40 years. But it says here that what? He's going to establish his kingdom forever. All right, and he also said, his seed which shall proceed out of his bowels. You understand? Jay crazy, what? Jay crazy. All right, let's back that up in the New Testament now. Let's get Acts 2:29. All right. One of the fellas even went on to say that Yahushua ain't had no brothers.
Wow.
You know? That's it. All right. Good. You could bring that out next. That Luke 1 and 30. All right. We got that Acts 2:29.
Acts chapter 2, verse 29. Men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day.
Right, read.
Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that Yahweh had sworn with an oath to him, that of the fruit of his loins.
Right, that the fruit of his loins is what?
His sperm.
My point exactly.
According to the flesh.
According to the flesh. Now, how the hell do you damn get a virgin birth out of that?
God. He would raise up Hamashiach to sit on his throne.
Right. That's what we just read in 2 Samuel.
God.
All right, his kingdom was gonna last forever. All right, which was gonna proceed out of his bowels. All right. Now, Peter saying his loins. All right, give me the definition of that word loins. All right, we can get the definition of that. Let's look that up in the my sword, and then we're gonna get the biblical definition of that. See what I saying?
God.
As I mean, it's sad we have to keep going over these topics, you know, and it's right here in the scriptures, clear as day.
Before I bring out that definition of loins, I can bring out the
All right.
BBE translation.
All right, bring it out, brother.
This is the
For edification.
God. This is the book of Acts chapter 2 and 30 in the BBE. But being a prophet and having in the mind the oath which the Most High had given to him, that of the fruit of his body one would take his place as king.
That's it. All right, it's son.
The fruit of the body is from the man.
God.
The
That's
seed.
it.
That's
The seed.
You see?
All right.
Now, when we get the definition here of loin, ospus, meaning the place where Hebrews thought the generative power or semen resided. The place where semen resided.
You
God.
see that? All right. So now tell me, right? How do you get virgin birth out of that, right? Now, what is right, boy? I can want you to look up another word, brother. Give me that Luke who you get there, brother.
God.
What
This
is
is Luke 1 and 30. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast find favor with the Most High. And behold, thou shalt conceive.
Say what?
Thou shalt conceive.
Say what?
Thou shalt conceive.
No. No, it's a virgin birth. Speak the word in her belly. That's what I say. I say, speak the word in her belly.
Thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh.
You see that? That she shall conceive. All right, let's look up the word conceive, brother.
God.
Right? Yeah, 31.
31.
And give me that in the online etymology. All right.
Conceive. It says to seize, take. One as prisoner to conceive of a woman metaphorically of, it says, of lust, who impulses a man indulges to seize for oneself. Okay.
What the strong say.
And get right now to clasp, it says that is seize, arrest, capture, specifically to conceive, literally or figuratively by implication to aid, catch, conceive, help, take.
Right. So what they take? You said she's going to conceive in the womb. Take what in the womb? Seed. Take semen.
Done.
All right.
The etymology of the word conceive, to become pregnant, undergo conception. It says also, to take seed.
Hold on. Read that part again and speak up, brother.
The word conceive means to become pregnant or undergo conception.
Right.
To take seed.
To become pregnant or undergo conception. To conceive seed. To take seed in the womb. Become pregnant. You understand?
God.
You see there's more on that, brother?
Yeah, that's it right there.
All right. You see that? So how do you get virgin birth out of that?
You know? God.
To take in and hold, to become pregnant.
That's it.
You know?
How do you get virgin birth out of that?
And the only way you can see, the seed that when that seed get pushed inside there, the womb take hold of it, pregnancy happens.
That's it.
That can't happen without having sex.
Right.
God. With a man and a woman coming together.
There you go.
Watch this. Right? Let's be ready to read. All right. From the stem of Jesse. Right?
God.
Now we already know who Jesse is. Jesse is David, old man.
God.
All right. Now we're reading about King David's son. Why you think King David said in Psalms 110, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at thy right hand till I make thy enemies thy footstool. All right, because King David understood through the Spirit who King Solomon was.
God.
All right. And he know that. That's why this is written here, right?
God. Romans 1 and 3. Concerning his son, Yahweh Mashiach, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
You see that? All right. Let's look up this word seed now in Romans 1 and 3.
God.
All right, because Jake down being simple.
God.
You understand?
The word seed, sperma.
See that sperma. So in other words, Mary and Joseph grind. That's it.
He inserted water and she became pregnant.
That's it. That's how she takes seed into the womb.
It says here, the semen viral, the product of the semen, seed, children, offspring, progeny, family, tribe, posterity.
Right.
Whatever possesses vital force or life-giving power.
Right.
Okay.
Done.
Of divine energy of the Holy Spirit operating within the soul by which we are regenerated.
Right. Okay. I said that's why we read Perez begot read that part again, brother. All right, in which the spirit is regenerated. Read that in root again. Root 4 and 18. Okay.
This is the book of Ruth, chapter 4 and verse 18 again. It reads, now these are the generations of Perez. Perez begot Hezron.
Right. Perez begot Hezron, read.
And Hezron begot Ram.
Right, so this how the regeneration of the souls go. You see that? Clear as day. Right in the definition.
Right.
So tell me again. So if you still believe in the virgin birth, then something wrong with you. You understand the Most High have it whereby you can receive this truth.
No.
All right? It's not but a complete reprobate. All right? It said offspring progeny, right? Let's hear it out Yahushua about himself.
God.
Okay?
This is Revelation 22 and 16.
Read.
I, Yahushua, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David,
Right.
and the bright and morning star.
Right, let's look up this word offspring. You understand? Out of the mouth of Yahushua.
God.
Clear as day. He said, I'm the root and offspring of David. Okay? He said it himself.
God. This is offspring. It says genus.
See that? Genos.
God.
Genes.
God. Kindred. Offspring. Family. Stock. Tribe. Nation. Nationality or descent from a particular people.
Right. And what Yahushua said in Hebrews 7 and 14. All right? He's from the tribe
Of Judah.
of Judah.
God.
You understand? Clear as day.
God.
So for someone to be saying that shit, but there's no such thing as a virgin. There's a virgin birth. Something got to be wrong with you.
God.
You know? Let's get it in the Apocrypha now. Okay. Clear as day. Wisdom 7. All right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 1. I myself also am a mortal man like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb.
Right. Read that again.
This
Slow it
Wisdom
down a little
of
bit.
Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 1. I myself also am a mortal man.
See that? Yahushua say he himself was also a mortal man. All right. Now hold that right. Hold that to what someone get Hebrews chapter 2. I think it's verse 16. All right. Because he came in the likeness of sinful flesh,
Right.
and condemned sin in the flesh. Came as a mortal man, showing you that he came under the law of a man and a woman having sex to get here.
Right, we get that too.
That's it. He was 2. Yeah. You see? Yeah. Started 16, 15, 14. Right.
God, this is Hebrews 2 and 14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had power of death, that is, the devil, and delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage.
Right, which is the Israelites.
Cut.
Read.
For verily he took not on him the nature of angels.
Right. You see that? So now, there's if he was a virgin birth, he would have came of a virgin birth. He would have come in the form of an angel.
God.
The scripture says, verily not. He took not on him. Right. Read that again from the top.
God. Hebrews 2:16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham.
Right. Again, let's go back to what Judah. All right. So he came in mortal flesh, just like he said. That's it. Angels don't procreate. Angels have straight energy. God. Straight energy. They don't get tired. They don't get sick. They don't get old. They don't die. All right. The pure energy. Let's go back to wisdom.
God. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1 again. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth.
Right, speaking about Adam. Right, read.
And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months.
Right, read.
Being compacted in blood of the seed of man.
Right, being compacted in the blood of seed of man. That's how Mary was able to conceive. You understand? Take seed in the womb and become pregnant. Because he just tell you, man, he came of the house of David. You understand? Through Joseph. When you read Matthew chapter 1, that going into Joseph genealogy. All right, when you read Luke chapter 3, that going into Mary genealogy. You understand? All right, being compacted with the seed of blood and the pleasure that came with sleep. So after Joseph then busted nut and Mary, he turned his back and he lay down and go and sleep.
God.
I made it a song, Rob, but it's the truth.
That's it.
That's how it is happened.
That's it.
You understand? All right. Read on, brother.
And the pleasure that came with sleep.
See that? He gets sleepy. Just like us today.
You know?
Same thing.
All right. Read on, brother.
It says, and when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature.
Right. So he damn cracked the matrix, come with his mother womb. Right. All right. And his voice crying, his voice. Right. Read on, brother.
And the first voice, which I uttered was crying, as all others do.
Right. All right. So whenever any baby is born, that's the first thing they do, cry.
God.
He come the same way.
Same way.
He breaking it down. All right. And for someone to sit there and say, but there's a virgin birth, then something wrong with you.
Right, because baby, they have to serve their judgment on this.
Good. All right. Read on, brother.
I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares.
Right. Yahushua was what, wrapped in the manger, right? Okay, so who you think this talking about? See what I said? He's just telling you what time it is. Okay? Now here's the thing, right? This was written what? Some 400 years before Yahushua even came on the scene. You see what I said? All right. But niggas want to say, but there's a virgin birth. You got to damn be kidding me. Okay. Read on, brother.
That's hard. You know what's so funny about that? They talk about virgin birth, right? But let that woman come home and say she pregnant.
Yeah.
How you get pregnant? The Lord put the baby there.
You know?
He speak that baby into a woman.
Yeah.
just like a neighbor. He always had his female dog inside the house. But yet, somehow she get pregnant.
All right.
Yeah. Verse 5. This is Solomon chapter 7 and verse 5. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth.
Right. Read.
Verse 6, for all men have one entrance in life, and the light going out.
Right, so that cut that virgin boy shit right here. It says all men have one entrance in the life. So you have to be born of a man and a woman. God. You see that? You got something, brother?
Yeah, brother. It said verse 5 again. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth, right? Get the precept, brother.
Matthew 27 and 37. And set up over his head his accusation written. This is Yahushua, the King of the Jews.
Right. So that's how all kings enter into this world.
That's it.
You understand? That's how all kings enter into this world. Okay? That's it. Clear as day. What you got, brother?
God, this is John 6 and 41, 42. All right. God, going to show you that Yahushua did have a mother, an actual mother, and an actual father.
Right.
Okay, this is John 6 and 41. The Jews then murmured at him because he said, I am the bread which came down from heaven.
Right. Okay. So now the Jews, the Israelites, all right, scoffing. That's what they was doing.
God.
Talking a bunch of shit amongst themselves. You know why they could do that? Because they know who Yahushua was.
That's it.
Right? But there's more on that, right?
God.
Read, brother.
And they said, it's not this Yahushua,
Listen at what they say. It's not this Yahushua,
the son of Joseph,
you see that?
who is father and mother we know.
That's it. So man, we know this boy pardon man.
Right.
That's what they said.
Just like how we said it, we know when he born.
That's it. You know? But yeah, there's this light. You understand? They need to take that out there. They need to take that out of the scriptures.
God.
You know? Clear as day, showing you once again, all right, that there's no damn such thing as a virgin birth. Okay? You got something that you want?
Go ahead.
All right. All right. Let's get Galatians now.
Guys, I had it with another bit.
Right?
Chapter 4, right?
Yeah, 4. Yeah, you know they want.
Galatians 4 and 4. It says, but when the fullness of the time was come, the Most High sent forth his Son.
Right? The creator of the heaven and the earth sent forth his Son. Right?
Made of a woman.
Said made of a woman, right? Right?
Made under the law.
Made under the law of what? A man and a woman having sex and procreating.
That's it.
Copulation. Right, get that for me. I think that's Leviticus 15 and 16. All right. God, I get that right now. You got to Luke
15 and 16. Okay, God. It's the book of Leviticus chapter 15 and 16.
God, get that Luke 2 and 22.
And if any man seed of copulation go out from him,
right, now he say made of a woman made under the law.
God.
Right?
then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the even.
Right. Now, let's get that. I think that's Exodus 12. I think it is. Exodus 12 with this purification law. Okay? Because here we already know that Joseph copulation of seed went forth into Mary. All right? Bang. So here it is. If the Holy Spirit is clean, why would Mary need to follow a purification law?
That's what it says here in
That's it.
Leviticus 15 and 18. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the even.
Right. All right, now let's get that. All right, why would Mary follow this law and follow the law of circumcision? All right, for her son being circumcised.
And that's how come Jake's these days, within our nature, half and busting that we go bathe off and go to bed.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, and they don't even know that's a law.
No.
Leviticus 12?
Luke 2 and 21.
Yeah, get our Luke.
God. This is Luke 2 and 21. And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcision of the child, his name was called Yahushua, which was so name of the angel before he was conceived in the womb. That word conceive again, take seed.
Right. You see that? conceive, take seed in the womb. Right? Read on, brother.
God. And when the days of her purification, according to the law of Moses, were
Right.
accomplished,
Right. Now let's get that purification law. See what I said? Because the brother just read the copulation of seed. When a woman receives seed. So let's bring that out again, brother. And then Isaiah 1, you could bring that in Leviticus 12.
God.
Leviticus 15 and 18. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the even.
Right. All right. Why did she do that? Read that part again, brother.
God. Luke 2 and 22. And when the days of her purification, according to the law of Moses, were accomplished, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord.
Right. Okay. Now you see that when at that time come purification, all right, made from under the law, according to the law of Moses. We just find out why. You understand? Because Joseph busted that inside him. All right. Now let's get that law. Okay. Take it from the top. I think it's the first 4 verses.
Leviticus 12 and 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean.
Right. Read this part again, brother. That first line in there without following the laws of Moses.
God. Luke 2 and 22. And when the days of her purification,
Right.
according to the law of Moses,
Right. Now when the days of our purification according to the law of Moses. Read that again, brother.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and bore a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days.
Right.
According to the days of the...
So like you're right. So this proves right here that Mary and Joseph had sex again.
that's it.
Class day. Class day. All right. Read.
According to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 and 30 days.
Right. All right. That's it on that. Right. Now go back here to Luke again, brother.
2 and 22.
Come.
God. Luke 2 and 22. And when the days of her purification, according to the law of Moses, were accomplished, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord.
Right. Okay. So our purification, all right, that's 7 days time and up. All right. And baby Yahushai, then on the 8th day would have been circumcised.
God.
You understand? And that's done all according to the law. So tell me again, how do you get virgin birth out of that? See what I said? How? Okay. So we track Yahushai lineage, all right, back to Judah. All right, and we know Judah, daddy is Jacob. All right. Class day.
God.
So that virgin birth. All right. That's out the window.
No, not.
That's out the window, boy. We ain't dealing with that shit. So if you teaching that shit, you're nothing but a complete reprobate. Scriptures say, reprobate silver shall man call them.
God. No, not.
You understand? Because the Lord had rejected them. All right, so that's why they could talk that shit. See what I said? Okay.
No, I good.
All right. So yeah, man. Lord willing, we hope that lesson was edifying.
God.
You know. So again, we could go on and on and on and on. You know, we could go on and on, proving, all right, that there's no virgin birth. You see?
God.
All right.
All right, beautiful lesson as always. You know, staying along the same lines through the spirit. You know, we touched on, copulation between male and female. Now we know inside this wicked world, they try to get male and male, female and female, right? But the Most High says that is an abomination. Now, I have here an article that says, speaking of a sport writer, he pretty much followed that. You see, while at a sports game, the Most High started to take out these sodomites. You see, one by one. And he ain't playing with that because them getting put to death in the eyes of the Lord is a righteous thing, right? The article says sport writer Grant Wall was laughing and joking just moments before he fell back in his seat and died at World Cup quarterfinal game. Colleagues revealed, as his brother says, he was murdered after infuriating Qataris with LGBT protests. Before those World Games started, they pretty much told the U.S. that LGBT shit, y'all leave that over there. We don't want that inside our country. Don't come here wearing your rainbow hat. Don't come here wearing your rainbow shirt. Don't come down here dress. Don't come down here with your male dressing like female and your female dressing like male. They made that plain and they made that clear.
God.
But the U.S. in their pridefulness still tried to push their idealisms and their thought process on another country. And you see what happened to them now? They showed a video where a so-called transformer, a mob beat him, chased him down and beat him. Then you have this man here, just dropped down and dead. A number of them already get put to death. But the news ain't reporting all of them, right? Another thing I want to touch on, this whole Britney Griner thing, right? A known sodomite, right? But the thing is, the U.S. chose a sodomite basketball player, a female basketball player, over an arms dealer, whose nickname is the Merchant of Death. You ever see some shit? I think in all my years of watching television, that's the first time I ever see a WNBA trade gather this much headlines. I never seen no shit like that. You see? This was the biggest trade in WNBA history. An arms dealer for a sodomite. What value does she add to that country? Well, that country ain't got much of value or anything anyway. Ain't nobody really read them like that no more. You see?
She would have been better off over there because now she gone back home to finish pay child support. And if I could say another thing too, right?
Good.
She married to this other WNBA player, right? 2 women now. But somehow her spouse turned her pregnant. Yeah. Right? But they separated and she can't out of court for child support.
You see why they call it Babylon?
That's what Babylon wants you to see. That's what they want to push.
That's it.
That's why she's such a big deal.
That basically a transformer. Okay, going with a woman who wanna be a man.
Get Babylon, right?
See?
They confuse,
right?
I want to confuse everybody else.
They try and project their idealisms on everybody else. But the precept what I have here, we should all know this by heart. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and 13.
That
says, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. An abomination is a detestable thing. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. You hear that? The Most High said they shall surely be put to death. And now sodomy becoming a norm is a norm inside the society. Go ahead,
This is an abomination. This is the book of Jeremiah, verse 44 and 4. Chapter 44 and verse 4. Howbeit I sent unto you all my saints the prophet, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. Okay? So the Most High God hate abomination and anything that is abominable. Okay? Everything. Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
And then when you can precept that Proverbs 11 and 1, it says a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. if you wait, even when you look at it, right, nature, even Esau technology proves to you that it's not possible. When you unplug in your air conditioner, right? You plug in, you have the male on the air conditioner, and you plug it into a female socket, right?
Mhm.
And guess what? Only one male part can go into that one plug at a time.
That's it.
You see, and that one male plug can plug into any one of those sockets. You see, so if you can't use a male part on a male part when you're using their electronics, how is it they try to justify it in organic beings? If your inorganic things or your technology can't do it, why are you trying to get organic materials to do it? You see, it just don't work.
No.
You see, and this is a big thing now with the women, because why? You know why this is a big thing with the women? Let me give you all this example, right? Because these women, they'd rather turn to a sodomite as opposed to sharing a man. Let me give you all a scenario. I think I brought this up before.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say you have, I bring up two scenarios. Let's say you have 4 women, right? 4 women and 1 man.
Hey, I'm glad you that noise, but
Let's say you have 4 women, right? 4 women and 1 man. If 1 man marry 1 woman, what the other 3 women can do? What, cry over silicone? That don't make no sense. That proves, a man is supposed to have more than 1 woman, right?
yeah, that's it.
Now let me.
So like you're right. Even when you look at that nation by nation, right? And if you look at the population of women to men, right? The women always outnumber the men.
God.
Always. And let's say is 2 million men, and you have like 7 million women, right? And each one of them man have 1 wife.
What the other 5 million women can do?
That's it.
I can't tell you. Any female you ask that question to, watch their lips start to shovel because they can't give you an answer.
Right. And so like you're right. And that ain't balance.
God. That's a false balance, and that's an abomination. Right?
God.
Another scenario, right? I can let you bring out that precept right now. Let's say let's use Susie, right? Let's say Susie has sex with the brother here. Then she has sex with the brother here. Then she has sex with me. Then she has sex with the other 2 brothers here, right? If Susie then gets pregnant, which one is the daddy?
Susie got it. No.
Who the daddy is? We ain't know, right? Now, let's say the brother here. Let's say he has sex with Susie, Sherry, Sherelle, and Jessica, right? If all 4 of them get pregnant, assuming they ain't going out and have sex with no other man, who the daddy is? The brother here, right?
You know that one shot.
You know that one? Hey, I ain't no guessing. That's who the daddy is, right? So that's the difference between a woman having multiple men and a man having multiple women. One is a balance and the other is an imbalance.
Yeah, that's it.
You see?
But then too, you also look at it too. They are a reproductive organ in the inside.
God.
All right, so they set up to receive.
Receive, exactly.
All right.
They set up to conceive.
That's
Conceive,
right?
Right. And that's how come they have all these different spirits on them.
Multiple personalities they go.
Right. All right, but us, our reproductive organ on the outside, which is a master key.
God, there you go.
God, that's it.
Right? But again, the people these days, these sodomites, they wanna go against the grain.
Yeah, they push
You
everything
see,
that's wrong.
you have the so-called males. They want to enter in the exit. You see, then you have the so-called females. They don't want nothing in the entrance, so they try to buck entrances. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. You see, who when they building a house,
Confusion.
it's put 2 doors together. It don't work.
No.
You know what I mean?
That's a double door.
Yeah. That's like, imagine the door is open this way and the next door is open that way. It don't work.
Yeah,
It can't open.
modern society tells us that it's okay. Tells them that it's wrong for us to have 2 of them, but it's okay for them to go and have a woman to woman,
Which don't make no sense.
Got it.
The precept right there can bring it out.
So lock here, right? I think a few weeks back I shared a post, right? Giving a little breakdown of the women and the men in the day's world, right? There's let's say about 2 billion women and about 1 billion men. Out of the men, you will have a group, age group of 16 over.
Right.
Then another age group between 40 and 60.
Married.
Right? Married.
And then you have sodomites.
Right. And out of all of them age group, you have sodomites inside them. You see? So when you really look at it, this is how a man, as the scriptures say, a man will take hold of seven women will take hold of one man.
Yeah. More precious than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Right.
But this the thing in here, right? This is an article I wanna bring up brief, brother. That's the headline. It says breaking news: House passes bill to protect same-sex marriage nationwide.
Oh man,
that's in Babylon.
Yeah, that was just the other day.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
He opened his mouth to speak great things and blasphemy, man.
That's it.
That's why the other nations, and that's why Putin, I mean, he's laughed by them.
That's it.
I brought out the article, right? Salakia brought up. Putin banned that shit over there.
Yeah.
So
Ban that shit over there, boy.
he say, even in China, they say, but if they catch you doing that, they putting you to death. I think they locking you up, or they putting you. What they can do is
they
can
have
lock you
small
up.
fines in there.
In the media, they can lock you up, and they can put you to death secretively. They ain't playing with that.
Right then over there in
That's why
Iran,
in Babylon.
I read this article a little while back. Over there in Iran, you had this man over there, he sent out a tweet, saying that, he like man. Right?
Yeah.
Right. But they beat him on, I guess they think I'm see the Parliament Square or whatnot, but they beat that shit out there.
In front of everybody.
Man, no more.
He delivered it.
God.
I'm glad he closed down.
Nowadays, if you try that here in one of the provinces of Babylon, you get locked up for it.
Yeah.
Remember in times past, they couldn't come out and say, or you couldn't see a man holding a man hand out in the public if they was in, father and son.
These Edomites all over.
Even brothers wouldn't be outside holding each other hand like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because back then, if you get catch doing that, we boys you with rock, we boys you with cows, we boys with anything will come down. You see, in school, but you used to get beat in school for that. Nowadays, if you go and you beat the sissy, so like if you go there and you beat the LGBT boy, you get suspended.
Beat them. You can't even verbally abuse them.
There you go.
So is that legally yet? They legalized it. They get married here on our beaches and keys and thing all over the place.
That's not. I think that's valid or nothing like that. They don't recognize that ain't in our law.
It's like a no.
Yeah, because they allow them to get married. All right.
It was up in the gay parade the other day.
Yeah, man, and also they cancel it.
Hey, Salaki, right? About 3 to 4 years ago, okay, over there in Europe, they had like an all-women march. These women march naked.
God, looking for man.
Looking for man.
Right. Remember that.
And that was hundreds of women naked walking the street looking for man.
Yeah, but we supposed to go on over there, man.
You had they show a few men who walking past them.
You think they was looking for Israelites?
Then they walk there straight.
And they was running from them.
Yeah.
Variety of the spice thing. Variety.
Yeah, man. You're bringing that piece up now.
All right. Yeah, this is Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen.
God, they worship the creature more than the creator. The people of this land, at least in most of the people inside the world, they fear Babylon more than they fear the Most High. They fear the laws of Babylon more than they fear the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They would more give favor to the laws of Babylon than giving favors to the laws of the Most High. So if Babylon says it's okay for a man or a woman to be together, they side with that. But the Lord say that don't go like that. Man and woman and man.
God.
But when you tell them that, you's a hater or you's a homophobic. Are you scared of freaking homo? Are you scared of y'all? You see what I saying? But what you're doing ain't right. You see?
Right, and that also do that go to show people minds all messed up. Right, like if Babylon legalized something, right?
It's
We
okay.
here, that right, that's gospel, right? Now check this out, right? Uh, they'll say, well, smoking dope or shooting up, right?
It's accepted.
No, they'll say, well, man, that's crazy, right? And you be telling your children or your kids about it, right? But what is right?
Don't do
If
that.
they
Don't do
say, right,
this.
don't do that,
But
right?
you could.
But if we say, make that a law, then they would accept that.
Mhm.
Okay?
Well, and that's the same
See?
thing what they did with tobacco and
Fine.
Yeah.
alcohol and all
Don't
that.
do
See what
that.
I
Don't
said?
do this. But you could.
And
You
you know,
could.
You know, it's the so messed up part about that too. What is really pissed me off about that same about this whole thing, right? Where it says it turn the truth of the most high into a lie.
Right.
When you think of a rainbow, what you think about?
Shit.
Promises.
Nowadays,
LGBT.
when you think about the
Big
rainbow, what's the first thing pop in your mind?
Skittles people, but
You see, they saying Skittles people, right?
jelly
But in
box.
ancient past, what is the true representation of the rainbow?
Mosai wouldn't flood there ain't no more.
A covenant between the Most High and man.
Right.
So you see how they turn something sacred, a promise that the Most High gave that Most High made between him and man, and they turn it into a whole lie.
That's their duty, man.
You see what they saying?
Right. I asked Jake yesterday if
Everything in
we
every
see
which way.
a man walking with a man and a woman walking with a woman, what he'll do. He said he ain't so much. He ain't so much the woman. Woman.
They okay with woman
Woman
and
on
woman.
woman. You know what I mean? He ain't too much the man to man. You see Jake Mines is right.
None is better than the other.
Jake would say, man,
all
yeah,
is the
Lord,
same.
they ain't bothering me.
Yeah,
But that's wickedness still.
Right. And you know what desensitized people about that? Porn.
Mhm.
Porn desensitized people with that.
Salaki, and one other thing, you see the way they, if you watch the television the other night and how they deal with this basketball player. I mean, they got a woman's and that's her wife standing up there, and then what Babylon is trying to do to the nation, man. Like for me, it looked so. Like I don't know if other people look at it and see it as normalization or normal, but for me, it hurt, boy.
It is the norm.
You know, just to see that the president and the leaders of the world got this shit up on TV for your kids to see and for me to see, and like this is okay, but that's Babylon. Everything they do is against the Most High.
That is being pushed from the government itself, from the leaders.
Yeah,
themselves.
everything they do is against the Most High, man.
Fighting themselves and them is okay.
It's like
causing trans them to be promoted.
that's all they're working for.
Pedophilia and all that. Right? Did you say for another woman to call another woman a wife?
Yeah.
You
She's the husband then.
That means they're going against nature. So saying that they're going against nature, what takes the place of that?
On national TV,
You know, but just bring the concept out and then we get back to that.
On national TV.
This is Ezekiel 16 and 17. It says, Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my golds and of my silver, which I have given thee, and madest to thyself images of men, and thou didst commit whoredom with them. All right, you know what I'm talking about? That's talking about that dildo. That's it. All right, that's what they be.
Silicone. That's how they get cervical cancer and all that.
Fine, cut. All right, and with those silicone, all right, with them dildo and shit, when you really go into that, you have more and more women getting that cervical cancer because the materials from what that thing is made from.
It's flake off inside there.
Bang.
And the paint on it too.
Bang. See what I'm saying? And that when they I guess the same gland or what's not would cause them to get wet or whatever, go enter right through that same thing. You understand? So more and more of them is gonna die from cervical cancer. Okay. All right.
And all this is because they turn their back on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but the precept said.
Done. All right, for 26. For this cause, the Most High gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burning in their lust, one towards another. Man with man working that which is then seemingly and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
God. Most I gave them over the vile affections.
God.
You know, vile thoughts. You see what he's saying? Because the woman need the natural use of the man. The man need the natural use of the woman. Because why? They turn their backs on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So the most, because they all want to follow the creation more than the creator, well, this can be your judgment for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And ultimately, in the book of Leviticus, what is their ultimate judgment?
Death.
Death.
That's it.
You see what he's saying?
God.
That's it.
That's why the Most High using
Saw
these different
destruction, right?
chemicals in these different ways, jacking them up and shit.
That's plain and that's simple. You remember when the old monkeypox thing come out? The most that's predominant in same-sex couples.
Right.
That's it.
What the term is contractable demographic when it comes to that disease. Them square ducks.
You know, and when you notice about them, they's be the sickest set of people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
You see?
you're absolutely right.
but it is, but
Right.
you know, but ultimately, you know, that's a quick lesson I wanted to touch on. You know, because you know it went in line with the lesson what you brought out. You know what? But you know that sort of me shit, Jake. But that ain't for us. Bro.
No.
You know that ain't our thing. You know that ain't our culture. That's the heathens them type of vibe. You see what I saying?
God.
Takes you gotta turn from that shit, man.
I got a precept. Right? And these the same, a lot of them, okay, who will say, man, like they love the Lord, because you know the church is
Full of them.
full of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
You
know them.
can't even speak against
God
that.
them
but,
You
right
know,
What?
from the pastor to the choir leader,
That's who paying the most tithes.
you know,
That's it.
to the congregation.
Man, yeah, right. Now, you say that too, right? You got a lot of these people who up on these altars and their sons and daughters like that.
Exactly.
You know, man, I can tell you can check this, right? A little while back, and a lot of them too, they be taken out for their children too, boy, when they're wrong and they know they're wrong. You know, I had this nigga, that's what I can call him. You know, she tell me, man, because every time I see her, you know, I used to like stone her. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to see shit like that. You know that. You know, so the girl tell me, say, man, I don't like you. You know, I get a good mind, knock you out. I get a good mind, knock you out, and pull out my dildo on you. You know, man, hey, that thing set up hell in me, boy. You know, I tell her, I say, boy, you try that shit, I can beat you like a man, boy. You know?
Hey, brother.
Yeah, we say, boy.
I'll go.
Everything good. What's happening?
I know. Yeah, that's why I go going on. But no chase or no something.
Man, we be here every Saturday, man, every other Saturday. Yeah.
And my second time, I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Man, you ain't from here?
I was born and growing up.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't know what's going on with you fellas.
Yeah, man, well, we telling our people to turn and repent and seek the Lord God while the doors of mercy still open. Okay?
That's what I'm talking about.
You
On
know,
that
'cause-
side.
Because when you see the doors of mercy closed, that's it.
No, that's Qam Murray. You
Yeah.
don't put camera. I don't
Yeah.
believe
They don't
in
like
no
it.
picture.
No,
Yeah.
we ain't taking
I
your picture.
don't know, follow.
Yeah, man. So that's what we
But
out
I'm
here,
looking
man.
for knowledge.
Telling our
I
people
don't
to
go to
turn
church and I
and
don't believe
repent.
in church. So y'all is church too?
We's the Hebrew Israelites.
No, I don't go to church. I don't believe in no
False
church.
church. We against the church. We preaching against
But
the church.
I get ready to take off.
If the church
If
is
y'all
set
is
up by
in
the
church,
devil, the church.
let me go where I'm going.
Well, you know, you hear about God chosen people, right? The Israelites.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll
And
use the Israelites.
they put themselves in that country, say that's them. And that ain't
No,
them. That white people who work in the back there.
Well, you're right with that.
You know that.
I
man,
know
right
what's
with that.
going on. No mind.
So who's them?
You know,
What you doing with them?
You're right there.
Where you from? Respect. Anyway, brothers, you see my gamble thing. But see, I ain't
One of
fool.
them okay, the other one ain't
Let
okay.
me tell you something.
Yeah.
I ain't worrying, but you respect you. Hey, my thing didn't stop you for none of these.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
Just like you can say, I don't hear, I don't speak. I don't hear, I didn't fall. You don't go to church, you don't believe in church. That's what I'm looking for. I ain't come to take us like this. I never been to no meeting and appreciating to know you're trying to grow up. See
Yeah,
everyone
man,
living and
That's what we
Jesus
about,
and
man.
Mary born together in the thing, and it's messed up the whole world. Christmas, everybody want to celebrate Jesus and worship. That don't go like that.
Man, that's the
Worshiping
spirit we
demons.
just was talking about.
That's why I tell you, I in this. Yeah, I ain't talk. I can tell you. What do you think I say that's not? Why you think I tell them, hey, it's here. It's here.
Yeah,
you go here. That's where it can come
All of
from.
this, that's
I
why
was,
we here.
from you don't
we
get
here,
like that. Book.
we here
I
to
don't know
cause you
what
to
time it
remember.
is. I understand. And I can speak plenty
You know?
more.
Yeah, man.
I know, but see, I respect your brother because I honor my fault. If I wasn't honor my fault today, I'd stop it with reason.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we could reason on many levels.
Learning your lesson
Spiritual
again.
level,
Next
I'm
time,
willing to learn more.
next time you pass by, you
Right.
see us yet stop, man.
I can stop. I was gonna
the
stop.
people around
See,
here
I
believe
just
we
moved from
Muslims
now.
and shit.
I mean, I from here, but I didn't move to now. I'm a mechanic. I only come back to do some mechanical work. But I know what really. You understand me? But I know about this
Hebrew
type
Israelites.
of
Yeah,
thing.
man.
I get. I don't. Okay. So then here, respect, brother.
But everything you up there is false, you know.
Yeah.
Then that Paul is okay. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking.
Yeah.
You just don't,
Yeah.
get drunk and then,
I
abuse it.
I ain't fault. That's why I just stopped to go. I get it going. I know who you are listening. And deep in my heart. Okay?
Yeah,
I
man.
can realize. And I start to speak. Y'all understand me too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So
like
I
they
ain't
say,
gonna speak no more. But I could speak more. I would not speak more because of my fault. For now, I respect y'all, brethren.
yeah, man.
And I ain't gonna kick it like that. But
Yeah,
you all
man.
know I don't believe in church.
Yeah.
So you all know I ain't. We don't have a little piece of talk.
He ain't,
So you can lead it like that. No, I ain't just stretching.
he ain't scoffing.
I gone.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is, so I
Yeah,
won't.
okay.
Understand?
Peace.
On with my fluid.
Yeah, shalom.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shalom.
You know what, about all of that you just talk, all that truth
That's
you
Muslim, man.
I only said I let you know I got an idea what's going on.
That ain't even
Muslim,
no
man.
idea.
That's
You know
not
what, man.
You know, why you say that?
Yeah.
Just,
You know?
what that scripture is.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. I'm trying to remember the scripture when he said when the Most High said they would come back to remembrance. Just people would come back to remembrance.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, man, like I was saying, you know, you have some of these people who in the churches and know their children, you know, on the other side of the fence, you know, and they still be taken out for them. Because after that girl tell me that shit, right? But she'll knock me out and use that dildo on me.
Yeah.
Right? Man, I gonna go beat her, you know. I telling you, boy, I gonna go beat her like a man, but
She's planning on knocking you out, man.
boy, I know. You know? So she gonna get her cousin. You know, I said, well, you know where he is. You know, but you know what she do? She call her old man. You know? Our old man will pick up the phone and call me. I tell him straight and plain, boy, you know what your daughter tell me? You know what your daughter say to me? When I tell him what his daughter say, he said, man, no, man, I don't believe that. I said, that's it. She never tell him that, but you know? On top of that, man, and then he got a son like that. You understand? Yeah. You know? Yeah. And these people in the church, right? You see? Right? Yeah, well, you have a church. Right? You have a church right down in Fresh Street. The mother is a pastor. The son is a deacon.
Anything goes in the mall houses.
The sisters them is deaconess and prophetess. And all of them is sodomites.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see? But these are the
devils.
same people who say they love the Lord.
Yeah.
You know? This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach 15 and 13. The Lord hated all abomination, and they that fear the Most High love it not. You see? So we don't love that abomination, abominable, detestable thing we'll be walking up and down there. You know? We don't love those type of acts. Okay? We serving the true power. Okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Can't.
All right, we fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
You know? Yeah, man. God. As we move, right? So, yeah, man, we're going to get into another lesson. You know, get comfortable. All right? Being uncomfortable in this truth. All right? So, don't let these afflictions make you bitter. Okay? Keep growing. All right? And this just from, you know, my personal walk, you know, with catching hell and shit. Okay? And when you look around, all right, you get into that spirit, you know, that pretty much make you mad. You know, because you know you've been doing things at the best of your ability, you know, but and yet, you know, the Most High still, you know, afflict you. All right, and it make you question yourself, like, man, look, yo, what I do or where I going off, you know. But you know, there's a time, you know, that we all been doing good, you know, but or a time where we all do good or I'm doing good, you know, but still expect afflictions.
God.
See what I'm saying? Now, you might be doing good in the sight of your own eyes. All right, but like the scriptures say, you know, in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, none of us are never perfect.
God.
Okay? All right, but we still have that blemish in us. All right? Can. Can. And the Most High hasn't found our works perfect yet. Okay? All right? So that's why you see we still in slavery to this day. But we have to understand that, you know, he's doing this for the perfection of the saints. God. So going through these hardships and these afflictions, all right, this is all for your perfection. All right, so this, you know, basically we're gonna get into is gonna be some real shit, some real stuff, from you know, from real stuff from the heart, from mind to mind, from heart to heart, from mind to mind. All right, because you know, we all going through some shit, and we all need to hear this. Starting with me myself. All right, because this spirit, you know, you getting angry sometimes, you know, that's gonna get on you. All right, because you know, when the Lord is afflicting you with something you do, versus you getting afflicted for righteousness' sake. All right, but then again, getting afflicted for righteousness' sake, you know, that don't feel good. Okay, but the Lord tell us what to glorify in that. All right, glorify in that infirmity, you know, which we all are suffering.
God.
All right, glorify in that infirmity. All right, we are suffering for Yahweh Shai. Okay, so glorify in that. You know, losing jobs, losing house, losing cars. You know, glory in that. All right, because you know, even sometimes you know we get put into some serious damn messed up situations. All right, and sometimes man, the situations be the worst situation we ever been in our life.
God.
All right, but the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, he keep us in that position for a while. All right, just to see how you know we're gonna come out. You know, all right, and basically, you know, that is all to perfect you and to better you. All right, to strengthen, also to strengthen you, to strengthen your mind, strengthen your ability to handle, you know, intense, uncomfortable situation. All right, so we gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, and that's what this truth, that's what this walk is all about. See what I said? Because, you know, in this parable, what we're going to get into, you know, the Lord is going to tell us about people who don't want to, you know, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right. So you got to get comfortable with your afflictions. You got to get comfortable with your pain. Got to get comfortable with hurt and let it motivate you and build you up. All right. Don't let it destroy you or discourage you. You know, don't let it turn you, you know, bitter towards the truth. All right. Because again, all right, this is all for the betterment for us. All right, so let's get the book of Mark, chapter 4. All right, let's read 3 and 4, brother.
This is Mark chapter 4.
Yeah.
verse 3 and 4. Hearken, behold, there went out a sower to sow. And it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up.
Right. So the birds came and they eat up the seeds. Right? Read.
Verse 5. And some fell on stony grounds, where it had not much earth, and immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of the earth.
Right. So keep track of these different seeds. All right. And where they land, because these different types of seeds are different types of men.
Okay.
All right. Read it again.
And some fell on stony grounds, where it had not much earth, and immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of the earth.
Right. That's because they wasn't really rooted deep enough.
Shallow roots.
Yeah. All right. Read.
But when the sun was up, it was scorched, and because it had no root, it withered away.
Right. All right. So to be rooted is to be focused and to be grounded. All right. Your eyes should be single in this truth.
Like the ark just mentioned, when the sun coming up being scorched, that's that tribulation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because when that tribulation comes, because you don't have that root to tap into that water, which is this truth, the sun, them tribulation can consume you.
God. Right, because when you're getting that water, what happened? The leaves wither. Right? And ultimately, over 1 or 2 days' time, tree dead.
God.
Yeah. All right. But he's gonna break it down. It's correct. That's jump down to verse 13, brother.
God.
13, 14.
Mark 4 and 13. And he said unto them, Know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all parables? The sower soweth the word.
Right. All right. And this is important because this tells us, what lot you're gonna fall into, during this time in this ministry. All right. This is gonna tell you if, you're someone who is gonna fall out and get weak and go back into the world, or are you gonna be that one, who's gonna stay rooted and grounded and be firm, one who increase, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Read on, brother.
God. Verse 15. And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
Right. All right. So this is someone who is in this truth, but then falls back into the world. All right. Fall back into those former lusts, like the scriptures say. A dog has returned to its own vomit.
That's it.
All right. So these are the shoes that, you don't want to be found in. All right. Read.
And these are they likewise which are sown on stony grounds, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Right. They receive it with gladness. Right. Because what? When you first heard this word, when you first hear it, this is sweet.
God.
You're gonna live forever. Yahweh Shai coming back for only his people. We're gonna be filthy, dirty, stinking, nasty, rich. We're gonna have slaves. All of that. Right. All right. Right. All right. So it's all good and sweet. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 3, brother.
God, it's all sweet and good.
Right. Everything good.
Everything with your ears here and your heart. Rejoicing.
This is Ezekiel 3 and 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest. Eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Right. So go and study. Get built up so that you could defend this truth. All right. Because what? We are called to defend this truth. All right. Read.
So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me,
read verse 2 again.
so I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll.
Right. All right. That's how we all came into this truth. All right. We heard the proper understanding and breakdown from someone who had more understanding than us when we first hear it. Right. Read.
And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat.
Right. Cause thy belly to eat. Read.
And fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Right. All right. Cause thy belly to eat. Speaking about your mind. Right. So this truth, this sounds good at first. You know what I mean? Like Mark 4 and 16:6. You know? Like Mark 4 and 16:6. They received this word with gladness. You see? So that's the good part, right? So let's go back to Mark 4 and 16, brother.
God, Mark 4 and 16. And these are they likewise, which are sown on stony grounds, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Right. Right? Meaning these are the ones, who eat the roll. But like I say, it sounds good. We're going to get the kingdom of heaven. We're going to live forever. We're going to have slaves. We're going to be filthy, dirty, stinking, nasty, rich. We're going to boast in our riches. It sounds good.
God.
But now you're going to get into the realization that this book is written within and without. Lamentation, mourning, and woe. All right. Loss of family, loss of children, loss of worldly possessions, sacrifices have to be made. All right. And that's what this is about.
God.
Okay. So we got to walk in the light of Yahweh's sacrifice. Okay. We got to walk in those steps, or else we ourselves are going to be taken out.
God.
See what I saying? Like the scripture says, man, who don't take up his cross and follow me cannot be my disciple.
You know that.
All right. But there you go. If you don't do that, then guess what? Or when you do that, then guess what? The bitterness comes with that. See what I saying? The reality of it. And a lot of people just can't deal with it. See what I saying? Can't. Like, AKA the Christians. All right. What you got something, brother?
God's a lot, right? That's like you say, like the Christians. Okay, a lot of them, they have big houses, nice jobs, big positions. They would hate to give that up.
God.
You see, they don't want to be brought down low. Okay, and suffer with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
They don't want to be brought to the lowest estate.
Right.
Right.
No tribulation for them.
So they believe in this lie so long till they're defending that lie. That's why the brother, the Jacob come up to the brother wife and talk nonsense about the virgin birth.
God. All right.
You see?
God. All right. Let's read on Mark 4 and 17.
God. Mark 4 and 17. And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
Right, and having no root in themselves. That's because they haven't accepted the bitterness and the reality of these scriptures. All right, it says they endure for a while. So you're in this thing for a while, and then you start to catch hell, you start to go through some shit. All right. Can. All right. Let me get you weak, and next thing you know, you out the truth. All right. Read on again. Read that again.
Can. Mark 4 and 17. And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
Right. So now you lose your job, you lose your house, you lose your car, you lose your children, everything. All right, because of the truth. All right. Then this happened, then that happened. Now you're in a bad situation. Now you get offended and you just say, hey, look here, man, I ain't serving the Lord no more.
Right. Your mind starts to go all over the place.
Bang.
God.
You see what I'm saying? So guess what? You can't be of that mindset.
God.
All right, because the Lord chastise those whom He loveth.
Right.
All right, and when you get that tough love shown to you, then guess what? You know the Most High love you. You know He dealing with you. See what I said? Even though the chastisement don't feel good. All right, right. Even though it's grievous, you know, but right. So He put you through all of that. But hey, don't get bitter, because there's a reward at the end of it. All right. Let's get that thing again. Ezekiel 3 and 4, and then come and get Revelation 10.
And this is Ezekiel 3 and 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
Right. All right, let's get that Revelation now.
This is Revelation 10 and verse 9. Or verse 8.
9.
Verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
Right. So when you first receive this truth, it's all good. It sounds good. All right. But then when you come into the reality of these scriptures, you know, you come into the reality of persecutions, afflictions, and being tormented and catching hell in this flesh.
Just by knowing. Just knowing.
Now you really know what it is to be a man of the Lord, right? Yeah. All right. Because here's the shit with the man of the Lord go through. All right. So let's get that Mark 4 and 17 again, brother.
God. Mark 4 and 17. And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended.
God. So again, that bitterness unrooted you. All right. And when you really start to feel it, you know, again, like I say, then you can know what it is, you know, to be a man of the Lord. You'll be like, damn, shit, I can't catch it, boy. You know, because the minute you get out of one problem, something else can happen.
You all could attest to that.
You from
God.
one to one.
God, you be catching hell daily.
Have that one for the
God, that's it. You're absolutely right. You know, you ain't got no rest. You ain't got no break. Nothing. It always some shit.
Hey, that's
You
the
know?
thing about it too, right? When it seems like you catching, when it seems like you catching yourself before that day out.
Something else. Yes, but
That's why you can't be moved by these things.
You know?
that's it, can. You know, you damn jacked up mentally, psychologically, financially, emotionally.
And all that,
You know?
all that is so you don't get comfortable inside this wicked society.
Can. You know? So
Only if you know.
So being a man of the Lord or being a prophet of the Lord, there's some real shit we have to go through.
Yeah.
You know, this is the condition of the body.
You only make it look easy.
God.
You know, man.
Fire on one side.
God. All right.
He's where that well.
But guess what? This is all for the perfecting of us, you know, so that we can learn what it is, you know, to be in a lower state. You know, so get comfortable with being uncomfortable. See what I said?
God.
Then the Lord, you know, will start to bless you and start to increase you once He knows, you know, you could handle it. See what I said?
That's it.
That's it. That's why when you look at King Solomon, you know, he sought out wisdom first. You know, and the Most High was pleased with that. You know, so once you sought after wisdom, then the Most High, you know, He's going to deal with you and increase you.
God.
You see what I said? He ain't going to give you this level of wisdom, you know, if you can't handle it. Can't. And the Lord knows, He knows these things. That's why, you know, He is perfecting us. That's why He's putting us through this shit.
Yeah.
The more we know, the more we suffer.
Can't. All right. God. So He's gonna put us in situation that we're not displeased with. You know, right? God. And then he's gonna give us that strength, to get out of that situation. Just gotta believe in him. All right. Let's read on, brother.
God, Mark 4 and 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering in, choke the word, and it become unfruitful.
Right, so they get carried away with the things of this world. Yeah, yeah, and they want to make this, they want to make that, they want to do this, they want to do that, but I can't do this if I ain't this truth,
Right.
Right. You see?
God, it's a lot, right? Just like a video I watched with a Jake was interviewing the leader of IUIC, Nate. Okay, Jake he wanna have this truth, and he wants to have the world.
You don't want to be woke and broke.
God, you don't
Exactly,
want to be
right.
and broke. God.
That's what scripture, James 1 and 8, and unstable man.
Yeah, he's too comfortable, man.
Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you want to be inside this truth, and you want to try and make money at the same time. It ain't gonna work.
God.
You see, because the scripture tell you can't serve two masters, because either you will love the one and hate the other.
You can't live too good life.
You want to be loyal, you want to be rich,
Like
you want his kingdom here.
You want to be the slave, you want to understand.
God. You see, just like a Christian. Okay, they don't want to be, they don't want to suffer. They want to be rich. I'm living good. You see, right? You got it.
Yeah. All right. Let's read on.
God. Mark 4 and 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it, and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some 100.
God, and that's where we want to be at.
God.
All right. Those ones that are fruitful and multiply. All right. So you can't do that, if basically you always in feelings and emotions and shit, you can't be of that selfish mindset. All right. And a lot of times, we don't know our weaknesses, until the Most High reveal it to us. See what I saying? Now, it might take a few weeks, it might take a few months, however long, all right, for you to see why the Most High put us in that bad situation. But once we come out of it, you're gonna be like, man, hey, the water Yabashim Yawashai for putting me through that.
God.
See what I saying? Because now you gain the experience and wisdom from that.
God.
All right, and then you able to apply it.
God.
Also
your faith has grown as well, and you have hope in Yahweh Yahweh.
All right.
Yeah, this the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and 27.
Bug start.
Sirach 37 and 27. It says, my son, prove thy soul in thy light, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. And the only way you could prove your soul is through your trials and tribulations that the Most High sent forth to you. So if you see the Most High send you a trial and tribulation, he can keep sending that to you until you learn. You see that? That evil for you. Don't fuck with it no more. You go and touch it again? Okay. Same thing. You go touch it again? Same thing. So, and I want to tell you something so interesting. That's love. And the Most High keep punishing you for you going back and doing the same thing. That's why. If one day you just say, boy, you know what, you won't learn it, put you to death. Just like that. It's so simple for him just to put you to death. So he ain't got to deal with you no more.
Just like a father dealing with his son.
God.
If thou should beat him, he should surely not die.
God.
It's the same thing.
And that's the Most High, trials and tribulations, the Most High cutting our ass.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the more he punish you. But it's a beautiful thing when you can recognize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, quick precept. This 1 Peter 5 and 8. Before the point of voice 9, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So you might think you're going through something when you experience something what the Lord put on you. But other brothers, like you hear other brothers experience, you might follow.
God.
You know what I mean? Other brothers going through wasted things. You might say, man, well,
God.
there's a lot of things some brothers going through. You know what I mean? The scriptures you can't even talk it. You know what I mean?
That's it. Can't get your breath. You know, one right after the other.
God.
You know, you got something, brother?
Yeah, I got a precept here. This is the book
Speak
of
up.
1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 12 and 13. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Verse 18. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of a Mashiach suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
God. All right. Beautiful. All right. So again, man, all of us going through some shit. But at the end of the day, you know, like the scriptures say, man, glorify in it, man. Glory in it. You know, God.
Yeah, one more precept here. You know, one of my favorite books, the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So whenever those trials and tribulations come about, count it all joy. You see? Because the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Right. And our patience is a God-like quality.
God.
All right. So with that, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Akadash, Shalom, and Abba.
Qam Yasharahla. Stop it.